That's still muted, isn't it? Blue, yes, aha. Okay, so welcome to today's baking stream. Yes, Shadow Fox, we are doing actual carrot cake, not some Guild Wars 2 recipe. I'm going to struggle to read text here, so let me have a look. This is the cooking stream. Yes, there we go. Aha, yes, we are making actual genuine carrot cake. So this is going to be a load of fun. What could possibly go wrong? A lot, actually. But anyway, so I've made carrot cake loads of times. It's only ever gone wrong once. But once is enough. And it was like a really crucial time when it went wrong as well. I was really annoyed that it had gone wrong because I was doing like a charity thing. And I was going to make a cake for this charity event so they could sell, pieces of, and it went, so I ended up having to buy one. So we're not doing that today. This is not going to go wrong. I've got my studio light on over here, but I've switched that light on so we can see what we're doing. So yes, it is the carrot cake stream. It's the extreme carrot cake. So I need to really find a way to see what's going on in chat, and pressing the home button isn't going to be the way to do it. Hello, Join Jess, how are you? Flip Shock, Gaming Chipmunk, Shadow Fox, hello everyone. Welcome. So tired my fire alarm's decided to go off. Oh no, that'd be quite alarming. I'm sure, but hopefully you'll manage to stay awake throughout an akcsl cooking stream and be able to actually make a carrot cake without setting a fire alarm off, which would be good, obviously. Yes, no, it really was. The thing, so in America, I understand that it's Mothering Sunday, so this is good because now you can make your mother's carrot cake using this akcsl recipe. And what I'm doing as well as drinking water, what I'm doing as well is I'm recording it, so if on the off chance it does go well, I'll upload it to YouTube and people can watch it for time immemorial. So did they turn them off now? At least it was only the fire alarm and not the sprinklers, because that would have made for a completely different evening. Okay, anyway, so let's have a look at the recipe. Super Dave, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Right, so let's start off with the recipe. We'll quickly go into the splash screen. You can see the ingredients. So we've got the sugars, we've got flour, eggs beaten. I don't know who beat them, but Lewis Hamilton, if you'd have watched today's Grand Prix. Raisins. Okay, right, so I've got a confession about the raisins. Grated zest of an orange, self-raising flour, bicarbonate of soda, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, and for the topping we've got cream cheese, margarine, icing sugar, chopped walnuts, and some vanilla extract. So these are all our ingredients. So yes, right. So the confession. Streams died. What? Right. Okay. Let's see if that's worked. Right. Okay. Let's hope that this has worked. Let me refresh my screen. Okay, so that's a good start. Don't know what caused that. If it happens again, please let me know. Well, it was eventful. Okay. Right, yes, so hopefully that's back. So what was it? Oh, yes, I know. I was confessing about the carrot cake. So what's happened is, about the raisins. So I've got, as we can see here, let me show this to the camera. I've got Californian raisins as well. So if we've got Saltalanti or Atalanti watching, I've got the Californian raisins, but I like raisins. So I have already opened them and I have been eating some. So I'll keep looking just over there because I've got it on my big monitor. I've got the stream, so I'll see if it's still going. Right. So yes, so I have been a bit naughty and I have already eaten some of the raisins. But anyway, so we're raising a laugh. Right, let's get on with this blooming recipe. So we've preheated the oven to 160. this is centigrade, so I don't know. So in Fahrenheit, you double it and add 30. So 320, so call it 350. I've set it to because it's a fan assisted oven. So if it's not a fan assisted oven, then it's 180. So again, double it, 360, add 30, so 390 Fahrenheit. See, I'm trying not to do maths on stream, but I've actually managed it. So there we go. So what are we going to do? We are going to put oil, the base, and so I've done that already. So I put some oil in here, and I put some greaseproof paper here. Yes, it's restarted. Yes, hopefully. Right, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Flip. So I've already done that, and so we just put some greaseproof paper, non-sticking baking paper is what they've called it here. If we could see that, I'm not sure because I'm not on the screen, but anyway, we'll have to assume that it is working. Bon appetit. Oh, okay, Mr. Shadow Fox. Have a good day, Shadow Fox. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the host as well. Thank you for hosting the stream after your stream. I hope your stream went well as well. Okay. So, right, we have done that, and now we're going to tip some sugar into the mixing bowl. So it's not ordinary sugar. It's this. Let me quickly go back to OBS so I can make sure that we're actually seeing it. It's this light brown muscovado sugar. So I don't know if we could see that. Let's try it there. So it's not ordinary sugar. It's this light brown muscovado sugar. What the difference is, not a clue. I just follow the recipe. And we want to put in 175 grams of of the sugar. So what I've done is, I normally just say, all right, okay, in this bag there's 500 grams, so I'll do a proportion of that. But I thought, you know what, maths on stream, I'm not going to bother with that. So what I've done is, I've actually gone out and I bought. Let me just go back to the screen here. So I thought to put some. I thought we'd scale new heights. And get some actual weighing scales. So the akcsl stream, like I say, has scaled new heights. If anybody wants to comment, then feel free to weigh in. Right, so we want 175 grams of this. And the thing is, right, so 175. Now then, which one of these is grams though? So it's 25. So 25. So that's 50. 125. Right, okay, so let's get this show on the road. Now then, where's my knife? I didn't think we'd need a knife for this, and then there we go. Straight away we need a knife so I can sort out this sugar situation. Let's put that over there. Right. And it smells quite sort of treacly as well, so I do like the smell of that actually. So 175. So let me just sort of even that out. How's that looking? There we go. Right, so we've got our sugar, which we're going to put into the bowl. So let's put that into the bowl there. So we could get bowled over. I'll put our weights to one side for the moment. And let's go back to the recipe. So tip the sugar into a large mixing bowl. This is our large mixing bowl. And we'll get our wooden spoon and pour in the oil. Tip the sugar, pour in the oil. So here, okay, let me move our scales out of the way. We have some cooking oil. So yes, it does look like a glass of wine, and wine really is tempting just about now, but it isn't wine. It really isn't, it's cooking oil. So we're going to put the, so it's got sugar, pour the oil in and add the eggs. Okay, so we want 3 beaten eggs. So we'll put them into a large cup. So we could use this one here. Let me go back to our OBS, make sure we can see this. Here we go, my friend's mug. Yes. Lies, the win is real. Okay. So 3. So and I've got these here. It says the Happy Egg Company. So I'm not quite sure how an unfertilized egg is able, or even the fact that it comes from a bird, it's able to express any sort of emotion. But apparently these are happy hens lay tasty eggs. These are the Happy Egg Company. So anyway, if they aren't, then the yolk's on them. So let's shell out and bake these into the cup. So we've got 3, 1, 2, and they have to be lightly beaten. Let's move these shells out of the way. Okay, we don't want any sort of, getting into the cake and people then having shell shock. So we'll move them out of the way. See, the puns, forget that, the puns are real in this stream today. Let's get this sorted. Right, so, give them a quick beating. Whisk, 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 whisk. Right, let's go back to the recipe. So we've got 3 eggs lightly beaten. Pour the oil and the eggs, mix with a wooden spoon. Okay, so we'll put that into there. So we've got eggs, we've got this rather bizarre sugar, and we are going to put some carrots in. Okay, so we'll just give this a stir at the moment. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me go back to OBS and we'll have a look. Okay, you can't. So what I'll do is I'll put it on here so we can see that we're just stirring this round. And then we're going to have to add 3 carrots. 3 largest, medium carrots. So what we'll do is freshly bought today carrots. Let's get these. Okay, and this, see, this will be your favourite part of the stream. Round and round it goes. Ah, yes. So this is the great part of the stream, because what we're going to do is we're going to grate carrots. So let's just take the tops off these. There's no need to peel them. It doesn't say to peel them, and to be honest, I've never peeled them. We could tell. Nobody's ever died from any of my cooking. I mean, there's been a few close calls, but nobody's actually died. Right, so move these out of the way. There we go, carrot tops. We could grow our own carrots from then. And oops, they're still not there. So let's have a great time and start the grating. Here we go. I hope this isn't too annoying. It doesn't grate on you. Okay, so. So there's bits of carrots going everywhere. It could be a carrot disaster, but anyway, we don't care because we're making carrot cake, so it's all good. And what could possibly be wrong with cake? And you'd think though, with the word carrot in, it would be healthy, but considering just how much oil we poured into this, I think our chances of this being healthy are slim to none. But anyway, it's fine. Go. That's a lot of grating. I know. I thought this was a great idea. Actually. That's one part of the grating done, and what we could do is we could quickly just put this into the bowl. Here we go, carrots. That's it. And carrot number 2, please. Go. I don't know how this looks on stream. I can see this has been some sort of internet meme now. Man grates carrots. Carrots made with real carrots, yes. I didn't see the recipe where to put the flour in, so I'll have to check in a minute, because obviously we're going to have to put some self-raising flour into this. But it's not asked for it as yet. So, I tell you what. It's hard work, this. Crikey. Oh dear. Right. More carrots. There we go. Let's give this a quick stir whilst we can. There we go. So how's everybody's Sunday going anyway? Are we all prepared for Mothering Day, for those people whose countries celebrate Mothering Day today? I mean, for us in the UK, we've already had Mother's Day. KK getting in his daily workout. Honestly, with the oven on and this, I'm working up a sweat here. I don't know. Old age. Right, okay. Final carrot. I'm cancelling the gym membership. I'm just going to make carrot cake all day. Right, here we go. Nearly done. There, that'll do. Right, so we've got 3 carrots grated, 1 AK absolutely worn out. So I'm sure that is obviously the intention of the recipe. So I'll put that in there. And the carrot. You guys can't see where it is, but it's there. It's going to get mixed in a minute. Let me just wash my hands. I did actually quite well there. I didn't end up slicing my hand. That's always a risk as well. But I seem to survive that one. Wyvern, thank you very much for the host. Right, that is me absolutely worn out. Right, so we've got carrots with a wooden spoon, stirring the grated carrots, raisins. Ah yes, here we go. So we're going to be raising a lamp in a minute. So we want the 100 grams. Where are they? The raisins. So we want 100 grams, it says. A bit too many. Don't even know how you put them back. I'll have to eat them. Ha! There we go. It's slightly too many. Yeah, that's fine. There go our raisins. Excellent. And the carrot, the orange rind as well. Have I seen what it says? Add the flour. Yes, that's step number 2. Okay, let's get this mixing round. So we've got the carrots in. Now, some recipes you could actually use walnuts instead of carrots, but I'm saving the walnuts for the frosting on the top. Okay, so here we go. We're great on my own. And we're just going to take the sticker off, for goodness sake, okay? Nobody's going to want orange peel sticker. So I just want the orange zest here. So that's fine. And I get to eat the orange afterwards as well, so that's a bonus. See, so it's kind of healthy for the person who's making it at the very least. Oh, I can smell that orange. It smells really good, actually. Okay, so there we go. I thought I had my workout completed when I finished the carrots, but it turns out I was wrong. I'm going to have to open that back door in a minute, but then I risk blowing my lights over. I don't want a blown bulb. Kimiko, how are you? Carrot cake, yes. How are you, Kimiko? Hope everything's going well with you. How's Mr. Kimiko? Okay, so there we go. Nearly done on the zesty part. Here we go. So tired, I'll use this. And I hope, actually, I never checked. I'm hoping I've got enough self-raising flour. How much self-raising flour do I need? 175 grams of self-raising flour. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was, but I just needed to check. So we could put that in there. Okay. Stay there, orange. Right. So we've got that's all in there now. Right, so what are we after now? We tip the sugar into the mixing bowl. Yes, we'll do that. Add flour, bicarbonate of soda and spices. Then sift into the bowl. Aha! So we have to do some sifting. Righty. So for this we have our sifter. Okay, so we're on sift control. So flour is up here. Self-raising flour, is that what we need? Yes, 175 grams. So how much did we ordinarily have in this? We had, how big is this? So this is 500 grams. Right, so. Okay, right, so what we need to do is we're going to add so I put some flour, I've weighed out our flour, and we're going to have bicarbonate of soda. How much of bicarbonate of soda? 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. So here we go, we've got some bicarbonate of soda. Freshly purchased for this stream. Let me just check, is the stream still up? Yes it is, crikey, we're doing well. I don't know what caused it to go down a minute ago. But it did, anyway. So, right, so we want a teaspoon and a tablespoon. So there's a tablespoon. Here's our teaspoon. Right, so what are we doing? So we're adding, how much of what? So we're adding 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Okay, that's good. That goes into our flour. A teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. A teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Here we go. Ground cinnamon. Okay. Which of course everybody knows is the name of Raj's dog in Big Bang Theory. Here we go. Cinnamon. And so they're going in there. And then cinnamon and a half a teaspoon of grated nutmeg. Okay, half a teaspoon of grated nutmeg, which is this one here, so just half. These two do look very similar actually, but thankfully one is slightly browner than the other, so making sure I put the right ones in. Yes, okay. So let me go back to OBS. Where are we, OBS? Here we go. So here is our mixture. So we've got the cinnamon, we've got the bicarbonate of soda, and we've got the nutmeg in there. So quickly give that a bit of a stir in. Ooh, crikey. There we go. And that's all in the flour as well. And then what we're going to do is just sift in. Let's put this back up here. And we're going to sift this in gently. Okay, so go like that. Sift it in. Okay, put it there for the moment, and then let's give it a stir. I've had to elevate the laptop so that way there's no flour or anything like that going to get into this, because otherwise this could absolutely ruin the old laptop. So many socks. Socks are the worst. You need socks though. My sister's cat's called Socks. Lovely little thing. Loves me. Not too big a fan of everybody else in the family. But for some reason, the little cat, she's taking a shine to AK. Right, here we go. Okay. Mix this in. It almost has a sort of a wintry scene to it at the moment. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looked like a dusting of snow. But of course it isn't snow, it's our cake mixture. There we go. And a bit more. It's like watching Great British Bake Off. I could be the next Paul Hollywood, except he's, you know, famous and rich and good at cooking. Okay, let's mix this in. Right, how are we doing? Have we got all the ingredients in this? It would appear we have, yes. Seem to be doing okay. I tell you what though, guys, if you are going to make this, and I recommend you do, it smells absolutely amazing. It's got sort of, so it's got like this orangey smell, like a gingery smell. It's almost got a sort of a Christmassy type feel to it. So it's going to be very, if you bake this, it's going to be very reminiscent of Christmas. So even though it's not even a Christmas, particularly Christmas sort of recipe, it does have this very British Christmas reminiscent smell about it, if that makes sense. Which is unlikely in both an akcsl stream and an IRL akcsl stream. So an IRL stream, things don't always make sense. In an AK stream, they never make sense. But anyway, this does. It has this very British Christmas smell about it. It's lovely. It's good on all the senses. So here we go. So obviously this is slightly more difficult than my usual cooking streams. Is that going to go in? But obviously we're making cake, people. We are making cake. Right, so this is now quite thick, glutinous mixture we've got going on here. There we go, so we'll mix this round. Like I say, it's this lovely, wonderful smell. People, you should be here. If they could do IRL, I don't know, there's no way I can make this sound good. If you could smell it anyway, I don't think there are some IRL streams you'd want to smell. But this is one of them. So trust me on this. Oh yeah, the Camelot. Okay. Right, so let's have a look, going back to the recipe. Like I say, there's a bit of flour on the old laptop, not to worry, I'll dust it off later. Mix the flour, bicarbonate of soda, spices, sift into a bowl, lightly mix the ingredients so everything is evenly amalgamated. Stop mixing. The mixture will be fairly soft and almost runny. Well, it's definitely runny. I don't know that I've ever read amalgamated in a cooking menu before, but there we go. These guys, they're good. Right, so pour the mixture into the tin. So we haven't gone for a tin, we've gone for our baking tray thing. I love English fruitcake. Are you calling me a fruitcake, Kimiko? No, just kidding. Right, okay, so we're going to pour this into here now. And then once we've done that, we've got like 40 minutes. But what we're going to do during that 40 minutes, we're going to make the frosting. And then after that, I haven't thought much further. So maybe we could do a sing-along or an AMA or something like that. So anyway, here we go. This is our mixture. And we're going to pour it into here. Just let it even out. Oh, the smell of this, people. It's fantastic. Right, okay, so that is now going to go into the oven. Put the bowl out the way. And it's going to go into the oven for about 40 minutes. let me see what's going on here. Oh, thank you for the host click shock. Your audio is off, but not too bad. Oh, right, okay. Your sound is split from the video. Oh, right, okay. Typically when you right, okay, I'm sorry if the sound's slightly out. It might be I'm overworking the Mac. Right, so we're going to put this in the oven now. So it's at 160 for fan heated, 180 if it's not fan assisted. So if you need to work that out in Fahrenheit, just double it and add 30. So 160 would be 350, 180 would be 390 Fahrenheit. So I don't know how you guys do that. So for us it's that, or it's like gas mark 4 or gas mark. Yeah, so anyway, so that's that. Right, so let's go on to the cheesy icing. Where is it now? Bear with me. To make the icing, okay, so we need a bowl again, and I think, is that the only bowl I've got that I can use for this? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to make the icing now anyway, so bear with me people while I quickly do a washing up stream, and we'll quickly wash down this bowl, and then we can use it for the icing, or the frosting on the cake. See, this is, I've got to, oh crap, I tell you what I do need to do now. Where's my phone? Wake me up in 40 minutes. Wake me up in 40 minutes. Setting the alarm. Right, okay, so we set the alarm so that way we don't leave the oven in and it burns, so we can remember to do that. So that's good, because I'd hate to forget about it. So the alarm will go off, let me know that it's ready. So in the meantime, what we can do is, apart from you guys having to listen to me wash up, which you can't even see, which is probably for the best, what we'll do is we'll make the frosting. Let me go back to the OBS, and then I can see what you guys can see. Right. I think the sound might be out because the CPU, everything does seem to be quite laggy, because I'm recording and streaming this. I don't know if that's going to be affecting it at all. Learn how to wash up with AK. I know, I haven't even got dishwasher, although in these cases that's, there's no way I could have had it ready. Anyway, right, so, with that said, let's have a look at making the frosting. I can, the washing up brought to you by germaphobes of West England. Yes, indeed. I'm not quite, I can't think of his name now. Michael Jackson style, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Right, so anyway, let's move these out of the way. Now what I forgot to do is get the butter out. Because it said it had to be, but that's fine. Come here, learn hack. It does say marmalade? Margarine, but I've gone for butter anyway, because crikey, why the heck not? Right, so let's have a look what we're supposed to do for this whilst we cook. Oh, I tell you, it is so hot in here. It is so hot, what with having done all that grating action and the oven on, that holy moly, it is hot. You can't read that, so that's fine. Right, so, to make the icing in the media bowl, cream together the butter and the cream cheese and sugar. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got 225 grams of cream cheese. So how much have we got in here? This is 180 grams. So we're going to add this and a bit more. That's fine. The frosting, the icing to me, the topping, is what makes the carrot cake, in my humble opinion. I'll get another spoon now. I hope Jess is still awake. How are you doing, Jess? Let's have a look. Right, so we've got 180 there. And we want, how much do we want? 225. So half as much again. So that's easily done. Right, so go half as much again, and the rest I can, you know, use on a sandwich or something maybe later. That's that, okay. Right, so we've got there's the cream cheese. And then, so we haven't softened the margarine, we'll have to leave that for a moment. 450 grams of icing sugar. That seems a heck of a lot of grams of the icing sugar. To do 450. So that's nearly, no way, really? Because that's 500 grams and they want 450. They want most of this icing sugar. That's just crazy talk. Anyway, it's what they're asking for. Here we go. Wow, this is a lot of sugar. Is this right? 450 grams. And that's 500 grams. Gee, this is going to be sweet. Am I absolutely reading that right? 450 grams. Right, well, that's what it's asking for. That just doesn't seem right. Well, that's what it says. 450 grams. That's 500 grams. That's just bizarre. Yeah, I think that's too much sugar. I really do. But anyway, it's what it says. Right, okay. So how much margarine do we want? 110. And how much is that? So that is 250. So 110. It's pretty much all of the butter as well. Sheesh. Okay, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, let's have a check of this. Add the sugar and cream well. Stir in the nut and add the vanilla. Right, okay. Ah, hello Saltalanti, how are you? Sorry I didn't see you coming into chat there. I hope everything's well with you. As you can see, we are doing our Great British AK off. I'm questioning whether this is the correct amount of sugar, but it's what they're insisting on. I've actually not put the full amount in because I still think this is just completely ridiculously high amount of sugar. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, so it's started to come together now as we mix it in. Ooh, crikey. Flour, sugar, sorry, icing sugar going everywhere. Good morning, I'm pretty good, just waking up. I'm obviously craving some baking, obviously, yes, we like the puns. We do like the puns here on the akcsl channel, as well as the Joy and Jess. Right, so, this is going in, that's, okay, so that's started to look a bit more like it. However, as like I say, I'm still dubious that we really needed that volume of sugar, but anyway, it's what it's asked for. And now we're going to put some vanilla extract in as well. So it's saying a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I do like vanilla, so it's going to be fine. Let's have a look. A teaspoon. I feel like I'm measuring out medicine here. There we go. Doing decent, thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad everybody's doing okay. Right, here we go. So we'll get back to whisk, whisk, whisk. Ah, now the smell of this. This is lovely. Wow. I might have to have a sample of this in a minute. See if this is as super sugary sweet as we think it's going to be. We need to add more sugar here. hopefully there's going to be enough frosting for the entire cake. Like I say, to me, it's the frosting that makes the carrot. I like carrot cake, don't get me wrong, but I do like the frosting on top. How's our carrot cake looking? Let's have a look. Okay, looks like it's solidifying, which is always a bonus. Yeah, so I hope people are going to be making this for their mothers, since it's Mothering Sunday over in the United States. I think it's also Mothering Sunday in Germany as well, so maybe across Europe. I think I saw Red Riding Hood saying it was Mothering Sunday coming up. So it might be that it's not just the Americans, maybe it's the British who have a different Mothering Sunday to everybody else in the world, because goodness knows we like to be different. Right, let's try this out. This is going to be super sweet, I think. Holy moly! No, that is actually very good. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm going to be beating people off, trying to break into my house and steal the carrot cake. Anybody who's watching this stream in my village. Oh, how's... yeah. A bit of a trip ahead in a few hours. Got to take the mother... Oh yes, yes you are indeed. Okay, so we're just sort of whisking this one. Now the recipe here, it says stir in the nut and vanilla. So I've added the vanilla, but I don't fancy stirring in the nuts as though... so what I'm going to probably do is, because then they're sort of throughout the mix, whereas what I think I'll do is I'll place them on top of the carrot cake rather than have them within the frosting. That's just maybe a personal preference on my part. But anyway, so that's looking okay. There's a few lumpy bits still, but we're still mixing it up. What kind of frosting is that? Did I miss the cream cheese bit? Haha, you did miss the... So, it's... I've gone for Philadelphia low-fat soft cheese. Let me go back to OBS, because the recipe's done as far as that's good. So I've gone for this Philadelphia low-fat, because, you know, it's a healthy carrot cake with all this sugar and oil, cooking oil and carrots or what have you. So we're aiming for healthy, but really not. But anyway, so I've gone for something like that anyway. Needs tea. Ooh. Kind of. Now then, you say that, Saltalanti, I now want a cup of tea. And that's a problem as well, because I've had to move a few things around so I could fit everything I needed on here for the great British Ache Off. That my kettle, which is normally here, is right over there, and it's not even plugged in, so I can't have a cup of tea. So you got me all thirsty, and I can't do anything about it. I have got bottled water, obviously, so I'll have a drink of that. It's not the same as a cup of tea, and in fact, hang on, if I was going for a cup of tea, Saltalanti, I would be having this proper English breakfast. Cup a load of that English breakfast, all this Irish nonsense malarkey. Proper English tea. Oh, hang on, I'm getting texted. A shot of vodka. Yeah, that'd be good actually. My other British engineer friend used to make a caraway seed cake from scratch. Is that British thing? Because it was... I've not come across that, to be honest. Oh, carol cake, oh dear. I texted my friend to say I'm streaming, and I put carrot cake. I had, but spell checkers changed it to carol cake. So apparently I'm now baking carol cake, which is, poor girl. She's obviously, no, I'm not going there. Anyway, so we're still mixing. Just keep mixing, just keep mixing. Can we see, just, it's actually not too bad this. And the taste of it, holy moly, it is good. I think obviously the vanilla is what's made it. Otherwise it would just be cream and sugar. And that's just bizarre. But let's have that again, let's try it again. Oh, that's so good. I guess there's a stopped regular tea. white and goopy. The best goopy. Exactly. Well, you need it thick. You know, otherwise, that's probably why you have to add. Well, I don't know, but it's nice. See, it seems to be an even consistency now. But oh my goodness, you could taste that. I could still taste it now, even though I've just had a tiny sample of it. Oh dear, that is, yeah, it's nice. Right, let's see how we're doing. So, let's keep mixing. So whilst we're waiting for this, we'll quickly have a quick review again of the ingredients. Tastes like white and goop. Yeah, okay, so, right, there are no jokes I can think of. So let's quickly go through the ingredients again. So we started off with the muscovado sugar. We added a ton of sunflower oil, 3 large eggs, lightly beaten, 3 carrots basically. It says 150, I don't think I put a G actually there. 150 grams of grated carrot, but basically it's 3 large carrots. There are 3 medium-sized carrots, sorry. We had the grated zest from 1 large orange, and that's what gave it that sort of Christmassy smell. It was absolutely lovely. We added some self-raising flour, you know, taught itself, everything. We added a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of grated nutmeg. So that was all good. And then for the cream cheese, what we've got 225 grams of cream cheese, and we've gone for the Philadelphia because, you know, why wouldn't you? 110 grams of margarine, 450 grams of icing sugar, ice sugar. Sorry. So it's the vanilla thing. I've got vanilla and icing, so I don't know what came over me there. I went into all white wrapper mode. 450 grams of icing sugar, 120 grams of chopped walnuts, but we've not added them as yet. They're going to go on the top because they're not chopped. I'll show you these in a second. And then we've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So going back to the cooking screen, that's not right. Okay, I need to check. Right, so baking soda, bicarbonate soda. Oh, they're the same thing. I prefer 100% rhubarb. I like rhubarb. I'm going to say I do like rhubarb. So what I'm going to do is, rather than sort of grate up the nut, and also, if you're making this for somebody with a nut allergy, don't add these. But what we've got here, so I'm going to put them on top, is our complete nuts that we're going to put on. So there we go. So, right, okay, we are looking at, so it's 16:53, baking now. Okay, let me have a look, see what time, see how long we've got left on our timer. 17:16. So we've got about 20 minutes. So we're halfway through the cooking actually. Nuts, are you nuts? I am nuts, everybody knows that. You gotta be nuts to extreme baking. The problem is as well that if this goes wrong, this is for eternity going to be on the, well, it's not because it gets deleted, but it's happened. Yeah, I've done it live on stream and it's gone wrong. So you've got to be a bit nuts just to want to even do this. Walnuts. So, oh dear, it is hot. Right, so we're still mixing. This is looking quite good. That's it. I can't read that actually, sorry. Let me have a look. My walnuts. Invader Zim reference. Oh, right, okay. Invader Zim. I don't know what I found a reference to it in Guild Wars just 2 days ago. Saltalanti, you lost your marbles a while back, I'm sure. So, that's not true. That's completely unfair. There's no way I could possibly say that Saltalanti has lost their marbles. I know, I've got to say I haven't lost my marbles because I never knew where they were in the first place. But there we go. So, we'll still just keep mixing. Here we go. So whilst we're doing that, has anybody got... I tell you what I can do is I can jump into Discord, I think. And then if people have got any questions, I might be able to answer them. Let me go into Discord. You can find my Discord link down below. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to click on the follow button, which will be somewhere up there. I'm making this up, it could be anywhere. So that's up there. If you want to follow me on the Twitters, etc, etc, let me go into general. There we go. I'm in voice chat now. I will come out of... So go to voice, go to that, there we go. Right, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to quickly jump into Discord and ask me. The Discord link and everything are down below, as are the social medias. So if you don't already, you can follow me on Twitter. It's akcsl. You can obviously click the follow button for Twitch. And also I'm on Instagram, so it's akcsl_1 per day. That's ONEPERDAY, so 1 per day. So on Twitter and on Instagram, I have included a photo or the recipe, so the ingredients, not the recipe, because obviously that's what the stream is about. It's showing you how to make this and how to have a great time grating carrots and then sift through everything with the sieve. So, try these colourful. Oh, okay, so plenty whilst you're here. Where are they? Oh no, that's not them. Where are they? Aha! I got these because I thought of you. There we go. Californian raisins. For the people who live in the Californias. Let's have a look, see what's going on. Oh dear, so drop your iPad in the frosting. I'm not going to drop my iPad in the frosting because that would be a very expensive mistake. I'm kind of dubious about having the laptop here, to be honest, because there's like flour, icing, sugar, all sorts of powders. So I've elevated it. I put it on top of my, I get like a plastic lunch bowl thing. I invested it on top of that, so that way it doesn't wobble, or at least it's not in contact with the ground. It's slightly elevated, so hopefully it won't get any icing, sugar, flour, spices, anything like that on it. How's it looking? Alright. Now, the thing is as well, so the recipe I was using, it called for light brown muscovado sugar. But I have done this with like a dark brown one as well. I don't know if that's up there or not. Okay, so nobody laugh now. But it's too high up, so I've got to jump up here. Have we got this here? Is that the light or is that the dark? That's the light. Is that the dark? Aha! So yeah. So you can do this. So I'm doing it with the light muscovado, but you can also make it with the dark muscovado. That's hurt my knee getting up on there. Old age. And it gives the carrot cake a completely different colour. So this is going to be like a light brown, but the sugar makes it like a really dark brown. So it's up to you which one of these you use. You can use the light or the dark, and it completely changes the colour of the cake, which is baking away. We're about 15 minutes away from it being ready. But then we're going to have to leave it for 5 minutes anyway, and it cools down. How tall are you, AK? I need to step. So I am, yes John, I know you're taller than me. I'm 5'5", so I am short. There's no getting around it. It's not like I can hide the fact, especially when we meet up at TwitchCon. I'm not the tallest of people, so yeah, 5'5", which is just the way it goes. Oh, these raisins! Dear, oh dear, seedless Californian raisins. You're 5'8", yeah. Mr. Watson, hey, how are you? Sorry I hadn't seen you just jump in there. I'm trying to sort of keep an eye on chat and stir stuff. Look, here we go. Stirring. Right. No, that's something else, isn't it? Right, so we're stirring our mixture here. We've got another 15 minutes or so, and I'll just give it a quick prod. The carrot cake, and if it's ready, then so Super Dave 057 are you, Super Dave? Alright, okay, so okay, obviously the shortest here, but whatever. I've got some friends who are like stupidly tall, so it's not fair. But what can you do? Thing is, the way I see it, I am a twin, so there's another one just as ugly as me out there. But I think that if it wasn't for my twin brother, I'd be twice as tall. So I'd be a proper height. So I think my brother robbed half my height. So if you're watching, it's your fault. So yeah, that's why I'm short, is because I'm a twin. That's what I tell you. However, if this was the Middle Ages, by Puerto Rico standards, you're short. Wow. He took some of your height. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He stole it. When we were in the room, wasn't looking. Boom! Suddenly, half my height gone. But if this was the Middle Ages, I'd be a decent height, because we when we went down to Oxford the other weekend, we were in a pub, and this pub has been a pub since before America was discovered. So before Christopher Columbus set sail across the Atlantic, this was a pub. And when I go in, I've just had a beep to say there's an email, that's all. When I go into this pub, the beams, so we can see like we've got beams up here, but they're about here, so I can walk in and I'm absolutely fine. And there is a photo, we'll put it on Instagram, of me touching the beam, because this beam is older than America. Anyway, so I'm there touching the beam. That was, at the time, in the Middle Ages, the right height. It was an ideal height for people. So obviously, as time's gone by, everybody's getting taller except for me. So if I was in the Middle Ages, I would be at the right height. But because this isn't the Middle Ages, it's the 21st century, I'm short anyway. He took some of your height, yeah. Okay. So, right, we are where we are. So we've got like 10 more minutes or so, and then the alarm will go off. And what we'll do is we'll leave it to cool for 5 minutes. And in fact, whilst we're doing that, let's move a few of these things out the way. You can't see what I'm moving out the way, but I am. You can probably tell by the noise. Okay, let's put that there. And it's probably a good idea if I move these raisins out of the way, because I keep chewing on them, and they are very tasty. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening cleaning the kitchen, you do realise this. But anyway, that's fine, it's good. As long as we can all make carrot cake at the end of it, it doesn't matter. Right, so we've got our frosting over here. Really what I should have done is made some om-nom berries, and we could have all had some extra experience from this. But anyway, some om-nom berry ghosts, but I didn't, so we're stuck with just carrot cake, and I don't know what boons you get from carrot cake. Maybe Saltalanti, or somebody can tell us. What sort of boons would you get from a carrot cake? Plus 10 happiness? Who knows? Right, so I'll put that there. Move these out the way. Because what we're going to do is we're going to leave it out for 5 minutes to cool down, and then we'll flip it over and we'll see what it looks like, if we've been successful or not. Yes. So yeah, if somebody can, like I said, plus 10 happiness maybe or something, I don't know. And if you have 2 pieces, that doubles your boom duration. The happiness boom duration. There we go. Right, now the problem you can't see, but there is a problem here, is that I've got this camera here. This one. on a tripod, and the tripod obviously has its legs extended, so it's taking up a lot of room, which means I'm limited in the space we've got for the carrot cake. So anyway, it's coming up to the time where I can see how it's going. Oh, what did I miss? What didn't Dave know? Oh, that AK is a twin. Oh right, oh no, you didn't know that. AK used a step stool. AK did, yes. Yeah, no, I am a twin. I've been a twin all my life, actually. Well, for 10 minutes, I wasn't a twin. No, that's not technically true, though, is it? Even though I'm older than my brother, by 10 minutes, I suppose I can't say, oh, well, I wasn't a twin for 10 minutes, because even in the womb, we would have been twins. So there's no way to get away from it, unfortunately. Twin for life. But my brother doesn't live near me, so that's okay. AK keeps this under wraps. What about my twin? I have mentioned my twin before. I've mentioned it. I know I've definitely mentioned my brother in Atlantis stream because we were talking about something which my brother is involved in. I was like, oh, my twin brother is involved in that. There we go, stirring, stirring, stirring. So, Saltalante, how did you and Witch Hunter get on yesterday? Did you manage to do the treble worm thingy that we couldn't do the day before? Yes, no, my brother is in the freezer at the back of the garden. No, that's not true, he's not. He didn't live too far from Shadow Fox, actually, or he's in the same neck of the woods, the same area as Shadow Fox, whereas I'm further south in the country to where he is. Let's keep stirring, just keep stirring. This is going to be alright when it's finished. It's going to be alright. I'm just hoping it's not too runny, this, actually. Serial killer. Ah, yes, well, I've been putting poison into cornflakes. Police are looking for a serial killer. Everybody knows that. See? Come for the cake baking, stay for the jokes. Now all I have to do is come up with some jokes and you can find a reason to stay. Right, so anyway, how's this looking? So we're at 5 minutes away from just giving it a quick prod, seeing how it's looking. We did really well. Triple Trouble failed twice because we didn't get the achievement. Oh no. Hello to Glot. Hello. Can't quite beat that. Yes, it was like 2 AM and I was ready for bed, to be honest. So, very ready for bed. So I didn't get to finish Triple Trouble with Atalantis, Saltalante and Witch Hunter. Which is a shame. I fancied doing that. We need to start getting all the achievements and everything, because when the expansion comes out, no doubt they'll be wanting you to have stuff, and you'll be like, oh no, I wish I'd done that, and blah blah. So in advance of the Guild Wars 2 expansion coming out in we think late this year, it would be a good idea to get as many achievements done and as many hero points and mastery points ready for when the new expansion system comes out. And I'm also hoping, one time it glitched and restarted. Oh, we properly failed, yeah. Hello. So yes. So welcome to the stream to, I'm guessing that Glute, or Golot. I can't read it properly because it's on my iPad. So let me know in chat how you pronounce your name. If you're enjoying the cooking stream, feel free to click the follow button. The alerts aren't going to go off, I'm afraid, just because I've not set that up. Let me have a look, see what you. How is that going to be spelled? Is movement to hit in before? Golol? I don't know. Anyway, Gold01. Let me know how you want your name to be pronounced. Normally we do gaming, so almost exclusively Guild Wars 2, but there is the occasional cooking, and today this is our baking stream, and it's quite, I've got to say, but yes, no, as to the expansion, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that ArenaNet will be at TwitchCon, because you know the 6 badges coming out. I'm hoping they'll be there, and we get to meet some Guild Wars 2 ArenaNet people. But anyway, yeah, no. So normally it's gaming, but today we're doing baking. We sometimes do cooking. So if you're enjoying what you're watching, feel free to click the follow button. Thank you. But the alert's not going to go off because I haven't set it up on the Mac. So I'll tick that up later. And you can also follow me on the social medias. All the information is down there as well. Where were we? So we're on the expansion. Yes, I'm hoping they'll be at TwitchCon, since a lot of us are going to be going to TwitchCon. Sadly, not everybody can make it, which is a real shame. But I'll be there. Saltalanti will be there. Join Jess will be there. Flip's going to be there. It's going to be good. One time click. Oh yeah. Oh, you're making snacks for Bear. Excellent. This is looking actually. You can't see this. Just let me show. See, it's actually looking quite good. It's the consistency is good. I'm looking forward to this. But what I was going to say is this is actually quite nerve-wracking because you know I've not baked this in a while. Last time I did it went wrong, but that's the only time that I've ever had it go wrong. But that's not. But we're doing it live on Twitch. So you know what it's like. Absolutely anything could go wrong. So we're on about 3 minutes away from it. It's looking okay. Ooh, be still. Yes, I'm actually, like I said, I'm quite nervous about this because I'm hoping it goes okay. Because, you know, I'm saying, hey, look at me, I'm a top chef doing the baking. And this isn't actually the case. I sit in an office all day, so it's not like I am a top chef. I'm not Paul Hollywood or anything like that. So this Great British Bake Off is not... See, this, although it is quite sort of... I'm just wondering, is this too runny? I'm hoping that isn't the case. Anyway, we'll see we'll find out very soon. I'm hoping you're all as excited as I am. Well, I say excited. I actually mean nervous in this case. So, whew. And hot. Oh my goodness, it is so hot in here. With the oven going, and with having done some grating, zesty action. I'm absolutely, dear oh dear. Like I said, I could cancel my gym membership and just make this. I won't have to eat it because that wouldn't be very healthy considering the ingredients. How much cooking oil. But anyway, so, yes, I'm like I said, I'm hoping Guild Wars and ArenaNet will be at TwitchCon. And we'll get to see some advanced stuff. I know there's been a few leaks and trailers and what have you, but I'm hoping that we'll get to see some of the Guild Wars 2 stuff advance of everybody else, because when I went to TwitchCon last year, it was the Amazon Gaming Studio launch, so Amazon hadn't done any games before, so they're trying to make Twitch-friendly games, because of course they own Twitch. So I got to go to the launch of that and get some insight into the new games coming up, and I'm hoping that this TwitchCon is going to be the same. Granny Smith's, crikey, do you have that over in the Americas as well? So, right, how's this coming along? We must be just a couple of minutes away from the alarm going off, and then I can at least give it a prodding and see if... Right, what time did I set the alarm for? The alarm will tell me 17:16, and it is currently 17:14, so 2 minutes away from giving it a prod with a stick. Hey, Super Nerd, I'm good, thank you very much. We're doing a cooking stream. Well, it's not cooking, is it? It's baking. We've been doing a baking stream. So I'll quickly go through the ingredients again. Once we get this out, it's got to cool for 5 minutes. It's got to like chill. Hey. So whilst it's chilling, I'll quickly go through the ingredients again. And we've even bought some new technology to go with it. We've even bought some scales. Woo. So yes, so I haven't used scales before, so you know, if anybody says I was using them wrong, feel free to weigh in on the debate. Right, so that's good. Right, we're probably like a minute away from getting, or at least giving it a prod. So let me get something I can prod it with, which in this case will be a not particularly sharp knife. Where are we? That would be better. That camera there. It's hard to work out which camera's which, actually. I know it's bizarre. Right, so the webcam is actually this one. It appears as though the camera from the MacBook, which is the bottom one, the one in the bottom right, actually looks to be the better image, which you wouldn't expect because this is a super expensive webcam, and the cam on the MacBook or the MacBook Pro is just like, you know, what comes standard with a MacBook. Anyway, let's see, how is this coming along? How's your day going anyway, super nerd? Right, so that's my alarm going off. Thank you. Right, let's check this out. Put the iPad over there. The moment of truth is upon us. Should feel quite firm. And it doesn't feel that firm actually. Let's give it a few more minutes. That's fine. Wasn't quite ready. It says to feel firm, and it felt firmish, but I don't think it was quite firm enough. Carrot cake for breakfast, right? Oh yes, of course it can. So semantic. There goes the second arm. Of course, carrot cake can be for breakfast. Why on earth wouldn't you want carrot cake for breakfast? Should be the bigger question. Here we go. So super nerd going good. Made breakfast for my mom for Mother's Day. Yes, exactly. So this is what I'm saying, because it's carrot cake day. It isn't carrot cake day anywhere because it's Mother's Day in America. I thought, you know, if you wanted to learn how to make carrot cake, you could at least, you know, watch the stream, get an idea, and then actually have a go at making it yourselves. So let's see how this is going. So we'll just leave it a couple more minutes. Run around the kitchen with washing up basket. Oh dear. Is that good or bad, actually? Right, here we go. Sounds of whisking are going on. I'm trying to make it sound authentic, like, you know, there's proper. I should have just made a fake, you know, pulled out a fake one from the oven and gone, here it is, already made, and not even had the oven on. But no, we've done it properly. We've actually made it ourselves. Well, I've made it myself, but you guys have been, feel like you've been involved in this with me. So you're going to share in the triumph or the disaster, depending on which. And I'm hoping it's going to be what kind of icing? Who is this? It's my sister. Oh, bear with me. I'll ring you in a minute. Right. Sorry. Organic. What kind of icing? So it's a cream cheese with vanilla and lots and lots and lots of icing sugar. And you know, to be honest, I think I'm not happy that this isn't as thick as it could be. I'm going to put a bit more icing sugar in because it's sweet. Because we want it to be quite glutinous. We don't want it to be particularly runny, because otherwise it will just, you know, pour off the cake eventually. So now then, see, adding the extra sugar has thickened this up, but it's going to require just a bit more stirring. Where are we? Ring, yeah, flipping phone going off. See, we normally go round to my parents on a Sunday, but we're not going round this week because they're away, they're on holiday. So my sister presumably was phoning me to see where I'm at, and clearly she doesn't watch the stream, but then I haven't told her how to find the stream, so that's probably why she's not been watching it. Here we go. Let's give it some vigorous mixing going on. There we go. Right. So, how much extra have we given it? So, we're giving it an extra, say, 5 minutes or so. Let's have a look, see how it looks. Right. Right, we'll give it. We'll see how this looks. Oh, crikey, wrong thing. Go to there. Oops. Go to chat. Right, so don't forget, people, if you are impressed that I've actually managed to make this and pulled it off, then feel free to give me a follow if you don't already, and you can follow me on Twitter, akcsl. All the details are down below. How's this looking? See, that's not too bad. Right, we'll leave it for 5 minutes and see how it goes. So we'll leave this for 5 minutes, and whilst we're leaving it to cool down, we'll quickly go through the ingredients again. So we've got 175 grams of light muscovado sugar, 175 millilitres of sunflower oil, and that is a lot of oil, I've got to tell you. 3 large eggs beaten, and we used our happy eggs, wherever they are, whatever it calls them. The Happy Egg Co., which is bizarre, but whatever. Happy eggs. 140 grams of grated carrot. So basically that's 3 medium-sized carrots grated. If you are going to make this recipe, I recommend you get somebody else to do the grating, because that was tiring. And some grated zest of a large orange, which again was, tiring. 100 grams of raisins. 175 grams of self-raising flour, which is what we got, self-raising flour. Where are we? 1 tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda, what's the other name that people... It says bicarbonate soda, so we'll work it with bicarbonate of soda. 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, half a tablespoon of grated nutmeg, and then for the icing, which I'm currently whisking away here just to smooth it out, we had 225 grams of cream cheese, and I went for light cream cheese, Philadelphia low-fat soft cheese. If you're going to make this, make sure you get the right one. Don't get garlic, the Philadelphia with garlic, because that would taste revolting or cloves. Just get the ordinary bog standard light cream cheese. Then we've got margarine, we've got icing sugar, so 110 grams of margarine, 450 grams of icing sugar, 120 grams of chopped walnuts, but we're doing it differently. So they said chop the walnuts into the icing, but I want to put them on top. And we had a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So that's basically the recipe. Like I say, if you've enjoyed watching this stream and you're as eager to find out how it turns out as I am, then give me a follow, and you'll be able to be alerted when other streams are coming up, like other cooking streams, or if we're doing any gameplay or anything like that. So how long have we had it? Have I turned the oven off? No, I haven't. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, let it cool down, and then we'll try and see if this is any way a bit decent. And if it isn't, then I wouldn't be at all surprised, to be honest. But we're hopeful. I've made this before, and it's been fine. I've made it. It's only ever gone wrong once, but that was like at a really crucial time as well. So I'm hoping that this isn't one of those crucial times, because I would hate for it to go wrong after I've streamed it. How long? I started the stream at 4. It's now 25 past 5, so nearly an hour and a half we've been streaming this. This had better be flipping good, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I've been working hard on this. Right, here we go. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Let's just have a look at chat. It looks lovely. Thanks, Jess. Been listening whilst cleaning up. All right, okay. Well, I'm hoping you didn't miss any of the puns. Right, so we've left it about 5 minutes. How's that looking? But it's still a bit hot, so can we lift this out? Is this going to work if we just lift this out? It doesn't look too bad, there we go. Right, where's my knife? Here we go. So let's have a look, see how this looks. So we, like I said, really we need to leave it we need to leave it to cool a bit longer. But the smell I was talking about earlier on, how I said it had this like Christmassy smell, that's still with us. It still smells very Christmassy. So let's break up a tiny piece here. Ooh, crikey. It's still hot. I mean, you've really got to leave this. Oh yeah, it's very tasty. It's got, you can taste the orange. You can definitely taste the orange, and you can smell the orange as well. Let's try a little bit more. So even as I lift this piece out, I don't know if you can see this, but there's, it's burning my hands, it burns. You can see there's just a bit of the orange in there, so let's test this. It's lovely and moist. So we've certainly not overcooked it, because if it's overcooked it'd be quite dry. Although the chance of it being dry would be slim, considering how much flipping oil was in it, but it is lovely and moist. That's lovely. Eat it all. I really would, but I'm certainly not going to eat it all on stream anyway. So I definitely need to be going down to the gym after eating all of this. So just letting it cool a bit more, because it is still stupidly hot. That's just. So if you can see here, let's have a. There we go. So you can see it's a nice consistency, lovely. There's currants. It's definitely got like a Christmassy smell and taste to it. The cake is a lie. It's not a lie, it's real. So we need it to cool down a bit, and it's starting to cool a bit. We just need it to cool down so that way when we apply the frosting, it doesn't sort of make the frosting even more runny than it already is, because this frosting is quite runny. Joint test, that looks good enough to eat the whole. I'm not joking. I could eat all of that right now. It's absolutely lovely. There we go. So it's only fair that I have some more. Now we might be doing in a couple of weeks' time, just depending. We might be doing another baking stream, because I'm expecting some cookie dough. So we might have a go at baking cookies on stream when I get this cookie dough that's coming. But I've never made cookies ever. I mean, this is something completely new. So goodness knows what that's going to turn out like. So just leave it a few more minutes. Like I say, we need it to cool down, because if we have the frosting now, it's just going to be a mess. Do we get some for watching? Yes. Yes, I'm happy to bring some to TwitchCon, although goodness knows it might be how out of date it'll be by then. But I mean, if we'd have booked I won't be able to make any whilst we're at TwitchCon, unfortunately, which would be good, but it's just not on the cards. But yeah, sure. I mean, thing is, you can have some Flip Shock, because you know how to make it now. You've watched the stream. You've seen how to do it. How is this? Is this still? It's still a bit warm. So you've seen how to do it. So you could technically bake this yourself. But let's just take a tiny bit off here because it's just too good. There we go. And obviously this is just so we can sort of like wrap it up really, because otherwise you're just gonna sit around watching cake cooling, which is probably about as exciting as watching paint drying. So with that in mind, let me just open up the walnuts. So we've got our own mini portion of our carrot cake here. There we go. Put that there. And we'll add a tiny bit of frosting to it. The excitement. There we go. And the walnut. This is going all over my fingers now. There we go. So that's like our mini carrot cake, if you will. Let's try this out. I could sell that. That is superb. That's lovely. So, that is really good. Well, I have a fear of them. What? Fear of kitchens? That. Oh, good God. Wow. I'm going to be nibbling on. The trouble is, there is not going to be any left, because I'm going to be nibbling on this all night. Holy moly. Right, people. That is just amazing. Right. Let's see who we've got online, and we can hand over to them. And oh, somebody's jumped into Discord, have they? I heard the Discord peep go off. I don't know who's in there. Let me have a look. Ah, Witch Hunter. I can't. I've got the sound down. Sorry, Witch Hunter. I've got the sound down. How are you?
I am well. I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. We are just wrapping up the baking stream now. Baking stream. So bear with me. I'm just going to put it on mute. Right. So let's have a look and see who we've got. Who's currently on Twitter? Let's have a look. I don't know how you find on Twitter. IRL baking. So Twitch. Sorry. akcsl. I will see if we can find somebody who's doing baking. Take care, okay. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming along and watching this, because, you know, I was a bit nervous about this. I've got to say, I was a bit nervous because I've not made this on stream before. So let me have a look and type in baking and see who we've got doing some baking other than me. No one. Ah, hang on, baking. Let me have a look. Turn the sound down on this as well. Let me go to Twitch here, up here. See if there's anybody. If there isn't, then we can go and find somebody who we can host. So let's have a look and type IRL. Let's have a look. Is there anybody who's doing baking? It doesn't appear as though there is. Okay. Let's have a look, see who we've got. Okay, so thank you very much, Witch Hunter. What we'll do is we will go and host. Let me see who I'm following and who's on. I think there's only a couple of people on who I normally. Yeah. Okay. So we will go and host. We're going to host. See, this is tough. Let me browse. Let me browse communities. I want to do somebody who's doing some creative, right? Creative food. Creative food, right? Let's see who's doing some creative food. Okay, so there's somebody here who's doing cooking for fun. That's the name of the stream, and it's Canadian Mother's Day as well. So what we'll do is we'll go and throw her a host. So everybody going to say hello from the akcsl stream, and hopefully I will catch you all on Thursday for more of the. Let me go back to my channel. For more Guild Wars 2 Living World Season 2, which we're coming towards the end of, which is good. And then we're going to start on Season 3. And then Saturday, obviously, map completion. We are perilously close to completing map completion and therefore getting Sunrise. Which reminds me, Jess, thank you very much for those cured leather section thingies that I needed. Thanks for that. That was really, really useful. So, let's go and host Cooking for Fun. Cook for Fun. /host. Hopefully that will work. Yep, okay.
Well, I've made kimchi. That is a type of pickle, but I'm gonna do this other one because I'll do it later. Keep it fresh for later. Okay. I'm gonna add some sugar so that can start dissolving. And I'm just eyeballing it. You could follow recipes for this, but I'm just eyeballing it. So